Tuscany is a romantic comedy that came out in 2026, starring the girl from The Little Mermaid. And basically, the synopsis is it is a woman who is a house cleaner or a house sitter, and I don't, God, it's so hard to not get into spoilers, but she is house sitting this house, and basically, like, this is just to set the scene, and she is pretending to be the owner of this house, essentially. And that's how the movie opens, guys. It opens with her walking a dog and then wearing really nice clothes. And then somebody's like, "Oh, like, how you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm good." And she is just pretending to be the owner of this place. And then she goes back into the house, and the owner is actually there. And they're like, "Oh, hey, Anna." And she's like, "Oh my God, hey." And she has to kind of do damage control because she didn't actually own the place. She was just pretending to own the place. So she had the owner's clothes on, walking the owner's dog as if it was her dog. And she was just going around, just like shooting the shit with people, basically acting like she's rich. And that's how the movie opens. And the basic storyline is she does that. She's homeless, basically. And then she goes to a bar at this hotel because her friend works at the hotel. And God, guys, this movie made me dumb. I'm already dumb, but this movie made me like twice as stupid as I already was when I walked in. So she goes to the hotel, and her friend works there. She's pregnant. I don't really know what relevance that has to the story, but she goes there, and the she's like, "Oh, can you please give me a room?" The friend's like, "No." And then she ends up at the guys, I don't know how she ended up there, but she ended up at the bar of the hotel. She goes to the bar, and there's this Italian dude there who happens to be sitting on the other side of the bar, and they end up talking. The dude pulls his shitty ass pickup line on her. They end up talking. God, I hate this movie, guys. If you couldn't already tell, this movie sucks. But basically, he tells her, "Yeah, I'm this real estate guy. He's Italian, and I'm this big real estate dude, worldwide and stuff. And you should come to Tuscany, where she lives, and blah 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 blah." And he tells her that that he has a property that is empty that she can stay at and stuff. And basically, they go up to she's homeless, right? So he invites her back up to his hotel room, and he's getting ready to just blow her back out, basically, just have sex with her and stuff. And she's like trying to be all pretty and stuff, and she's like, ooh, I haven't had this in so long. And then she goes to the bathroom, looks in the mirror and makes sure she looks presentable for her back to get blown out. She goes back out, and the dude's asleep. So the dude's asleep, she unlocks his iPhone. And guys, I'm getting into spoilers right now, but do you really fucking care? You're not going to see this movie. This movie sucks. This movie is fucking ass. So she unlocks his phone, and it's all these beautiful pictures of Italy and stuff. It's so pretty, And then, which the big thing that struck me about this movie from the very beginning is just how much of a bad person the main character is. Like, she just sucks, guys. She's literally just like going around from place to place, just trying to just take advantage of people from the very beginning. Like, she's a house sitter, but all she does is God, I fucking hate this movie. She is a house sitter, but what she does is she literally sits in other people's houses and pretends to be rich because she's house sitting for them. And guys, it's like, it makes it so hard to root for the main character when that's how you open. It's like, she is literally just pretending to be a wealthy person, but not doing anything to like deserve that, if that makes sense. And guys, I'm a socialist. So like, I think that everybody should have equal rights, and like, like, everybody's entitled to certain inalienable rights, and mostly like, I think everyone should have food, water, stuff like that. But dude, this character is literally just going around saying, "Oh yeah, I'll watch your house, I'll dog sit for you," and then just taking advantage of your house and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, that's how the movie opens. And I'm just like, dude, this character fucking sucks. From the opening scene, she's doing shit like that. Like they literally open the movie with her pretending to be like, they make it look like she's like this super rich, successful person and stuff. And she's walking around with this dog. She's like, "Oh, hey Steve," the like butler or whatever. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." She's wearing these really nice clothes and stuff. And you're like, "Oh wow, she's doing pretty well for herself." And you think that there's going to be some sort of crisis that happens to her where she ends up in the position that we saw her in the trailers. And then she goes back into this super nice place and she's like getting undressed and stuff, stuff like this. And then she gets there and there's just this woman standing there like this, looking super angry and stuff. And she's like, "Oh my God." And then the woman's like, "So what are you doing, Anna?" And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Like, and then they even go into this whole thing about how she's wearing her underwear and stuff. It's like, bro, I don't need to hear about that. And then, so basically, that's how the movie's set up. Is this character, her life is just going around, pretend like saying she'll house sit for people, and then just taking advantage of their stuff. And it's just like, dude, I already hated this movie from that scene because I was like, yo, this character is just annoying. Like, and guys, she's not even like she's homeless, yeah, but she's not like, I've met so many cool homeless people in my life who are just like, they kind of know what they are. They're like, yeah, they don't have a house and like they're just chill, like that's just what they do. And like, hey, fucking live and let live, that's my thing. But this bitch, I'm gonna say that this bitch, literally, she just goes around just like a gold digger, essentially, is what she is. She just goes around and just tries to take advantage of other people's stuff. And dude, it just made it so much harder for me to root for her throughout the rest of the movie. I was like, at that point, I was kind of just praying for her downfall. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that might be kind of mean to me, but I was just kind of praying for her downfall at that point because I was like, yo, this, like, she is not a good person. She does not have good intentions, All she wants to do is just be successful in the worst way possible without doing any of the hard work and stuff like that. So guys, fast forward, she meets this dude at the bar, Mateo, and he invites her to her place, whatever, but then he's like a rich real estate guy, so he goes somewhere else, and she already had a plane ticket booked for Italy, so she ends up in Italy, basically, and her plan, guys, her plan is to fucking break into this dude's house. That's her plan. So she breaks into this dude's house, and then, guys, I fucking hate this movie. The more I talk about it, the more I hate it. She finds this engagement ring that this dude had in a drawer, puts it on, and then she can't get it off. And she's like, "Oh fuck, I can't get it off." And then the house is abandoned at this point, but then her family comes home. His family comes home. And she's like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck." And then they come home and they're like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "You're an intruder." And they call the cops and stuff. And then they see the ring and they're like, "Oh, you're marrying Mateo." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm marrying Mateo. Oh my God." And then they just welcome her into their family and stuff. And then the movie progresses on from there. And they treat her as if she is their daughter-in-law to be, essentially. And guys, it sucks. It fucking sucks. The major flaw is the elephant in the room, which is why the fuck did they not immediately call Mateo and ask him about it and make sure? And that, of course, is never explained. So the movie progresses, and she falls in love with this black guy. And guys, I will say, the one silver lining of this movie is that the main character is fine as fuck. Like, for those of you that know me, I have a soft spot for black women. My wife is black, so like, the main character is incredibly physically attractive. So that was the one thing that, for the main part of the movie, I was I was engaged. I want to say she's a good actress because she was the Little Mermaid. That movie was okay for me, but the main character is attractive. So I was like, the main character looks pretty good right now, in every scene and stuff. And so that was pretty cool. But like that can only get you so far, Like if she looks good, but her personality is just and her character is just awful, it's like, okay, you just ruined it. So like the movie progresses and there's this like AI generated black guy that just looks super good and stuff. He's like the cousin of the guy that she's supposedly marrying, and she ends up falling in love with him while she's engaged to this other guy. And guys, oh my god, if you've seen the trailer to this movie, it is just as bad as you would think it would be. So she falls in love with the really hot guy. And guys, the Italian guy is good looking too, but then she falls in love with this other guy and he has abs and stuff, so I guess that's supposed to make us like root for them and stuff. It didn't for me. Dude, like, yeah, it just kind of added to my already incredibly high cynicism about the movie. And I walked out at about the 45-minute mark because I couldn't take it anymore. And the thing that was icing on the cake for me was that there was guys, I was the only person in the theater other than this other like blonde woman that was sitting probably like that pretty far away from me, like maybe I was on the very outer edge and stuff, and then she was probably in the middle of the theater. So if that gives you context, like it's like I'm over here, she's over here and stuff. And she was laughing at all the like the worst jokes, like the parts where you would expect no one to laugh and you would just cringe kind of. It was like, oh my god, that joke did not land. Those were the times where she would laugh and stuff. And I just had to walk out, guys. I had to. I couldn't take it anymore. I could not take it. So, guys, cut right to the chase. This movie's an F for me. F as in fail. This movie sucked dick. It sucked. Don't go watch this movie. I looked at the Rotten Tomato score. It was like in the 60s. It was like 69, 70, something like that. And I was like, yo, this movie is not very good. Don't go watch this movie. It was ass. Yeah, fuck this movie. Basically, I hated it. Don't go see it. Okay. Guys, please subscribe to the channel, comment below, and like this video. Thank you so much. Peace.